There was a moment where music stopped feeling like freedom and started feeling like pressure. That's when I almost quit. Not because I didn't love it, but because of everything that came with it. I wasn't burnt out from creating, I think I was burnt out from hoping. Bro, the financial stress that it actually put me in forced me into survival mode. Like, I was trying every little get-rich-quick hack or like little thing, whatever was trending, and trying to make it work, and I couldn't fully commit to it because it wouldn't work for a period of time. And so I would hop onto the next thing and then the next thing. And I felt like I was really spreading myself thin financially. Like, it was literally one bad thing to happen in my life, so one thing to go wrong, and like my whole life would fall apart because I would be in debt and not be able to afford anything. I've always been very big on owning everything 100% myself. I hate relying on other people, so being in that debt was the worst thing. I couldn't let that happen, but it was just continuous of like trying to find the next thing to get me money. I just moved out by myself as well, which was a massive financial leap that I could barely commit to. So yeah, it took a massive toll. I was also feeling behind from the people I started music with. They'd sort of found their niche and they were popping off, or, they had success here, success there, when they're not really trying as well. But me, I was like relentlessly going at it all the time, every day, every week, for years on end, and not getting the return that I wanted and not getting the results, quote unquote, that I wanted. And I'm big on not trying to scroll on my phone, but I was constantly in these cycles I started picking up on of scrolling on my phone, and it was just constant like motivation porn, essentially, like just thing after thing of positivity, but my mind wasn't acting on anything. I was constantly just consuming instead of creating, and it made a massive problem. With all these things combined, I was sent into this downward spiral, and I felt like I was having a quarter-life crisis, like having problems with brand identity, personal identity, relationship identity. All these things, bro, like were questions in my head because I was trying this ruthlessly, relentlessly, even my day job, my family, like everything, bro. I was just in this downward spiral. But what actually stopped me from quitting wasn't a breakthrough, wasn't a viral moment, wasn't even someone trying to save my ass. What did stop me was stripping everything back. I had too much shit on my plate, constantly trying to juggle. I think I have even written a bar about it, about only having two hands, but all these balls to juggle. So I just dropped everything all at once because you can't handle that all by yourself, especially when you don't have structure and systems in place. So I stripped it all back to what makes me happy, what gives me the most fulfillment, and I came up with two things being creating and helping other people in any capacity, which honestly I think for me was a big reason I started making music in the first place. It started off as a form of therapy, and I could create, I could be creative. I've always been a very creative person. But in the same sentence, I could actually tell my journey and my story to help other people. Like, it had healed me in the past, hearing other people's music. So with all of that happening, I created a system for myself to first financially figure myself out personally, artistically, and then from that, build. So what does my brand stand for? What do I want to push? What do I want my sound to sound like? And keep it as simple as possible. And through that, create momentum. Through that momentum, figure out a financial path through doing this so I can make it my full-time career. And then from that, essentially, the end result is just doing all these practices. There's a lot more to it, but that's a simple version of it. Keep maintaining all these practices and keeping the mindset. So not breaking what I've just rebuilt. And it was a 3-month or 4-month progression. And yeah, just keeping the mindset to not break through from that. But in that, there was 4 key things that I tried to focus on. Simplifying everything, returning to routine, creating without expectation, and focusing on the process, not the outcome. I stopped asking music to save me and started showing up for it instead. Take care and peace.